Welcome to the Foundation. As you know, our mission is to secure, contain, and protect against anomalies that threaten our world and known universe. You've been personally selected out of thousands of applicants as a potential agent for the Foundation due to your dedication, intelligence, problem solving, and ability to adapt to extraordinary circumstances. Our first test will be to venture into Site-00013. The site is currently undergoing a time loop. However, we as the Foundation have discovered how to insert our own people into this time loop, making it the perfect proving ground to test you as an agent. We'll be observing what you do at the site, not for your moral choices, but for your skill in whatever missions you take upon yourself, whether you work with or against site personnel. And be warned, mentioning the time loop to those on site seems to confuse them, so do your best to avoid the subject. Before arriving at Site 13, please watch the orientation video, which I have seen, and take the following aptitude test, which I have taken, to determine your coverage story within the site. This test will determine your starting supervisor and job within Site 00013. I've been designated as part of the admin team, appropriate for a site director. The administrators are the final line of defense for Site 00013. Something goes wrong on the site, it's ultimately up to the administrators to coordinate and direct both the security and research teams until said problem is resolved. You are one of the leaders of Site 00013, and it is up to you to make sure the goals of the Foundation are met. Special, other administrators are more likely to trust and believe you. We have no weapons, unfortunately. The only thing we have been given is an administration team badge. So we are going to first and foremost assess that containment of Site 00013 is secure. Let us continue into containment. We have discovered Mr. Fish. There is a member of janitorial staff. I cannot see what's happening in that corner. Let's continue our tour of the facility before we make any choices. There seems to be a member of research hiding under the table. Oh, of course. Of course it's him. And the Baba Yaga. Interesting. The most votes I have seen in the chat are to talk to the plague doctor, so let's go listen in. Unfortunately, the maid waifu outfit did not make it into the carry-on, so we cannot have that adventure at this time.
As I live and breathe. We've met before, haven't we?
Yes, I was afraid my disguise would not fool you.
This is your disguise. You cast off your lab coat and suddenly you're a different person.
You would be shocked at how often that works.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Dr. Sherman. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time since I've seen my friend Raymond, hasn't it?
Raymond? He was terribly sick. He is much better now. You understand? How are you feeling, Dr. Sherman?
I am feeling quite well.
Indeed. Wonderful. You recall my work, my most important work, yes?
Your work that seems to have been put on hiatus, if I remember.
Indeed, and it is tragic. The site out here has prevented me from doing any of my research, and indeed, in this time, I fear the pestilence which we worked together to research long ago has been spreading through this very site. Dr. Sherman, could I interest you in assisting in my work?
The last time I assisted you into work, my best friend died.
Died? No. He was very sick. He was cured. It was a miracle. It was magnificent, Dr. Sherman. You must acknowledge this. It was a medical marvel, unseen before, and perhaps to you unseen since. Understand, Dr. Sherman, there is much more work to be done.
I am here with the assistance of the Critical Hazard Assessment Team. And so, 049, please illuminate the chat with what it is you need accomplished.
Of course. Chat. Critical Hazard Response Team, you say?
Indeed.
Whatever it is. I fear the pestilence is spreading through this site. Members of the research team have been observed to have potentially become infected. I am not able to identify from this cell who is and is not sick. But if you wish to assist me with this most important research, go to the other room. Pilfer, barter, borrow, whatever you can to bring me back an object from the researchers. From this object, I can identify their essence and determine just how far the pestilence has spread. You will do this for me, of course, won't you? For old time's sake.
Critical Hazard Assessment Team. Do you feel this is the right action to take? If only to prove you incorrect for one final time.
Incorrect, indeed. Whatever you choose to justify yourself, please. In the other room, the researchers with the white lab coats, Joseph Williams, Danny Taylor, and Elizabeth Taylor. Bring me an object back, and I will be able to identify who is and is not sick. Thank you, Dr. Sherman. A pleasure, as always. Hello there, new hire.
Come on, man. I worked so hard to give you the 2 hours of free time. Play D&D on the weekends. Come on. Do you want me to have to do paperwork, man? Come on.
No, I don't. I definitely don't want you to have to do that,
Look, I'm not going to report this to Blake, but you gotta stop being so gullible.
Apparently there's some issue with Mr. Fish. We're going to check in on Mr. Fish.
Okay, this is hot tea, everybody. If the site head is denying things, that means he's either bad at his job or trying to cover something up. I think both. We're gonna solve this little mystery. SCP-049, Plague Doctor. He has a weird relationship with the site head. If you mention him around him, he'll just go nuts. That means he might know something. Go ask him why the site head is being cagey about Mr. Lost. I'd be very eager to know.
Well, I wonder while 059 is otherwise occupied if we should ask about the site director, should we?
You are aware of the pestilence, yes? The most detestable illness. The great dying that is killing indiscriminately, taking over bodies and minds. Understand, sir. It is my purpose to administer the cure, but I have been unable to do my research, to do my most important work. I fear that in the other room, some of the researchers have become very sick. If you could, go to them and bring me back an object of theirs. I will be able to identify whether or not they are sick from this object. New hires, are you listening?
Yeah.
Do you mean someone like the site director, 049?
You're asking if he is sick?
I do.
Perhaps if you brought me an object from him, I could identify. There is definitely a sickness to him. But perhaps a moral sickness.
A moral sickness.
Indeed. You understand? My work is critical to the survival of the human race. The pestilence kills indiscriminately. And my work, critical research that Dr. Sherman and I once collaborated on, has been ceased due to the work of the site head. He does not care about health, safety, the wellness of his employees. All that he wants,
A lot of people don't, buddy.
is power. You've noticed there is corruption deep within this site. Please, I ask all of you, if you can, assist me in my research. In the other room, the researchers with white lab coats, bring me an object from them, and we will make the world a healthy.
Let us move on, chat. Thank you for listening. Site-42 Studios and its staff are funded by viewers like you. Please become a patron or visit our merch store at the link in our bio to support our work. Secure, contain, protect.